Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you had a good day or good evening. So today we are going to talk about modern slavery. We're going to talk about modern slavery in Jamaica. Yeah, I know Jamaica has been a very major topic on this YouTube channel, but things that are going on in Jamaica, I feel like they should be talked more about so that Jamaicans should know what is right and what to do. So Jamaicans are still living in slavery, not like the slavery that we know about, the ones that that blacks used to get chained on or forced to work on farms. No. So there is modern slavery in Jamaica, and I'd like us to listen to these ladies what they have to say about modern slavery. So we will head straight up to their girl talk and listen to what they have to tell us, and then we'll come back and talk more about modern slavery in Jamaica. Yeah.
All right, so we're switching things up for this girl talk. The question on the table is, in what ways does slavery still affect the Jamaican society today? One of the major ways is still the power differential between class and color. You know,
We're talking about generally now and just not for women. So girl talk is gone. We expanded girl talk today to be inclusive,
of the men.
super inclusive
Yeah,
of the men.
of the men.
Um,
I'm going to comment on that before we go, but yeah.
comment on that to start. Come maybe that's a part
Yeah,
of
I'll comment on that
emancipation.
yeah, I'll comment on that to start. That there is a thing, and it's global, where when you try to speak up for women, people think you're anti-male. Speaking up for women doesn't mean you're speaking against men. If we say women, you should avoid men that are callous and men that will take advantage of you. If you're a callous man who takes advantage of women, yeah, we're talking about you. But we're not saying every man is callous and takes advantage of women. There's some wonderful men that I personally know and love. But you have some who just stand bad. So girl talk really is just about empowering women. It's not about trying to take away from men. I just want to make that very clear. So for the people who believe that we're attacking men, we're only attacking the men that maybe need to be attacked. And if you're not one of them, don't worry about it. We love you. Okay. So
That's why I love this girl, because I know more sight. I would like to add an addendum to that.
please, addendum, please.
Because, as I addendum made, this particular part of the program is also about helping women to recognize their own worth and to realize that women can coexist in the same space and not have to tear each other down. So I know we're deviating a little bit unique, but my spirit is cross. No, because
It's emancipation, man.
I
We
mean,
have to talk.
if we could just get ourselves out of this framework of there has to be something happening, and I mean, we started the show this morning and I look at Delia and I told her how beautiful she looked. And we start talking about her head wrap and there's somebody saying that I'm trying to tear her down and mock her here. And I'm like, which show were you watching? Because in that person's mind, as she has written, it's evidence of covetousness. I can't even spell that word, but okay, let's use it. Well, we can't just sometimes just get past the base and I mean, sometimes as women, we really need to take stock of the things we do and the things we say. And if you are inherently negative, take it in another space. Because in this space lives positivity. There is no hate or jealousy or covetousness. I mean, I hear that word there since we read the last scripture of the Bible. I don't even know if it's still aware. But none of that.
Yeah,
The society
no.
disappoint you, my sister, but it don't live here. And it's not going to live here today because we're elevating and emancipating ourselves. Okay? All right. It's what it was really supposed to be talking
We're
about.
talking
Probably don't
about
remember.
how, so that's one of the things that slavery that still affects the Jamaican society. It's the patriarchal nature of how we approach things. Because a lot of the British style and way, even though they have a queen, is that a lot of the plantations were, and Varian Shepherd can correct me if I'm wrong, it's men, and the Bakra was a man, and the person who was in charge of the slaves,
yeah, they dictate how it
were
must
the
go.
men, and the women, the slave women, were about working and procreating at the same time. So I think even we still are stuck in that kind of thought. And when women try to push out of that boundary, it's bad and it's wrong, and why you're trying to be a man, and why you're trying to bash man, and some of the ways, you know, when people look at women and they say, oh, she has a great career, but you know, she's not married and she don't have no children. And so things like that are still being used to judge women. So I think that's one of the things. And yeah, I wanted to say class and color. We talk a lot about people, and we say, why watch them a bleach themselves? Them not love themselves. Why them a bleach themselves? And I say we have to get to the real issue, because nobody know the things when them not think are gonna be positive. If when me a bleach, it not get me nowhere further than when me never bleach. People not gonna just wholesale, just a bleach.
Yeah.
So we have to ask ourselves in this society, what is it about color that we still use?
I remember when I used to do Uncensored on Fame, we went into a community and we got some folks on the program. And the young men would tell you that if you're not a rub,
Yeah.
no girl, no want you,
No.
you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
The ladies will tell you if you don't rub, the same thing is happening.
Yeah.
So it's a measure of self-acceptance that they're looking for.
And
because Brown is always right.
And I just know.
It's a long time thing.
I read a transcript from a Miss Lou's Views color and class debate. And that was years ago. Miss Lou's Views stopped from 1980s.
Yeah.
And she was still talking about that, how people, from them look upon a black smaddy, them judge them as low class. And she was also talking about hair. She said if you're black and your hair kind of straightish, it might elevate you a bit. And then depending on the kind of job you have. So she was saying people spend money upon car and house where them not have, just because they want to be accepted. And that's still something that's with us.
And get yourself in
2017.
And get yourself. Are there some other categories unique? I think you had given us some categories to look at. I don't
She
remember.
did? Then where they are unique. Them are company graphics.
What's the next? All right.
It's our on the paper?
It's on the back.
Jody have it, but we don't have no glasses. Jody.
I have in my contacts.
Work.
No, here it is.
Place.
Workplace.
Yes. Took me a while to read that one.
Workplace. I think we touched on that a little bit. Even though women are breaking those barriers because there are more female managers now, even though with more female managers, the people to whom they report are still mostly male. So yes, we've made strides.
Why we don't have no male ancillary worker? Most of the office them where we go, the person who is making the tea and the coffee is a woman.
Why are you laughing? It's true.
Allow me to tell?
It's true. Well, certainly all of the officers and household workers as well.
Yeah.
If you go,
and that's just in Jamaica, you know, there are places in Africa where the best household, if you don't have a male household worker, not go on for you. You knew that, Aubrey? Yeah, man.
But then you will go to certain hotels and you will be assigned a butler.
Yeah.
A butler, which is top-notch, white-gloved service. Which people would say that is probably also inherent with. She's on the back of your front page. What about education? Are we really educated? What do we do with the education that we have?
I don't know if some of the things that we...
And what are we teaching? Same customs and same norms that we should be critiquing.
Language.
Look at the discussion that we had this morning with
use of language, the standard English over our own dialect. And people don't understand, you know. Look here. The dialect, you know, that somebody get up one day and decide, so we're going to chat bad.
We have a structure and a syntax and a grammar and a...
But even the dialect is a symbol of Jamaican resilience, you know. And we don't accept it as that, you know. Them just grab people from all over Africa and put them in the ship. And when they came here, people speaking different African languages, because we think Africa one little country, everybody speak the same thing. People speaking different languages and different tribal languages were just thrown together in a country that was speaking another language that was foreign to them. So the fact that they could craft a language amongst themselves is in itself just a sign of intellectual resilience that we, coming out of colonialism, still are talking about. People chat body and that not sound goody, and we need to stop it.
Well, how much time you get for
using it all the time.
Oh gosh.
All the time.
I've lost count.
And I'm not saying don't learn English. I don't know why someone
it's not one or the other.
Why there doesn't have to be this dichotomy if you have to speak English or you have to speak patois.
They're not mutually
Our
exclusive.
country allows us to be able to do both. And we just need to. So that's one of the things.
And the person who is well educated can use either with dexterity.
Absolutely.
And not have an issue.
Absolutely. People in Africa speak French and Spanish. You speak the language that it says, we spoke about bleaching, the workplace, education. Some of the history books that we give the children here need to be revised. And some of it needs to reflect our personal history.
The way I teach, I'm telling you that that discussion this morning was very instructive. You know that?
Very, very instructive.
Very instructive.
I will stop teaching people, picking them for count strawberry and peach when them in early childhood. Make them count guinea.
Do you know,
mango,
as you
and
say
star
that,
apple.
Do you know how Patria K. Aaron started her company?
No.
One of her godchildren came to her one day and said, Auntie Patria, what is a blueberry? They went to buy sweet. She wanted to like a sweetie. And she went to buy and they had a blueberry sweet. And her godchild said to her, what's a blueberry? And Patria said to herself, you know what? I am tired of seeing these blueberries. And she started her company, and her company name, Sweetie, because that's what we used to call it. And she have our paradise plum, and she have our jackfruit sweetie, and our mango, and our, right? Yeah. So that too is a way of breaking ourselves out of this notion that,
stop count the blueberry, and it's the pick them count guinea. Yeah.
Which are quite good, by the way. I could use a bunch, as you mentioned.
And just a human trafficking, which is modern day slavery, because why? We have this notion of everywhere else. Anyway, we have one man in for talk about what slavery left behind. We have one tree. If I have a guinea tree, one day by my house and a tambourine. So and that take me for your account. Tambourine and guinea.
We have to break. You have a guinea tree, you bring no guinea?
Behind my house, remember say in my house.
You can't climb over
behind. Okay, Simone. And when them lock me up, you know, say you're not going to bail me.
It's not your friend. Is your friend? We're wrapping up. We can take the break.
And welcome back. So, as we have heard, modern slavery still exists in Jamaica. So Jamaica, the main issue with Jamaica is colorism and classism, as I have talked in so many videos that I've done in the past. If you've not watched the videos, I'll recommend you to go and watch the videos if you're a newcomer in this channel. So classism and colorism is a major issue in Jamaica. Jamaicans tend to hate on each other, whether somebody is black or somebody is brownie. I hear they call the more brownie people brownies. They call them brownies. So if you're a brownie, you'll be hated by a black person. If you're a black person, you'll be hated by a brownie. And this has been a major issue to a point that Jamaicans are really bleaching. Jamaicans are bleaching for a reason that is not even reasonable enough. Why bleach? Why bleach? You can't see your body as, you can't accept how perfect your body is to a limit that you want to look like somebody else. You're forcing your body to look like somebody else. I know this is your decision and nobody should be telling you anything on what to do with your body or not. But you're forcing yourself to be a white person. Why? Why do that? You should. No matter how hard, no matter how hard you try and bleach yourself, you still be a black person. You will never be white. You will never change your hair. You will never change your hair. You can't bleach your hair to turn blonde. Never. So the thing is that we should accept. We should accept how we are as Jamaicans. More about classism. So classism, Jamaicans tend to see those that are on a higher level as the bad people, and those that are on a higher level sees the one that are down here as bad people. No, this is also something that is bringing Jamaicans down. Jamaicans should work on that. It's a matter of accepting where you are and working hard to get on a level that you wish, the level that you are dreaming of. We should be working on ourselves and stop hating one another. And our ladies here have talked about those men that degrades themselves after defending women. It is not bad to defend a woman. No, it is not bad to defend a woman. It's just like you defending your mother, you defending your sister or your auntie or your grandma. So when you see a lady who is outside your family being offended, you should be there working hard and offering your support to them whenever they need it. Even if it is on a social media, you've heard people talking bad about this or this on a woman, or it is a bad comment, you should be there, going there to defend her, to work hard on what to do what is right, and defending these ladies or these women, because we know without women, all men know that without women we can really suffer as men. We can really suffer. So we should be working on supporting the ladies, supporting the female gender, instead of sexually abusing them or harassing them anyhow. So Jamaicans, we should really work on that. Yeah, I think that is all, and I'd love to see you on my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like to my channel, and leave a comment also. Bye.